What if everything you are striving for, the money, the success, the likes, the legacy, is in the end a whisper against a hurricane? What if the universe itself is designed to make your achievements feel meaningless? We spend our lives building sandcastles, knowing the tide is coming. We are running on a treadmill, faster and faster, terrified to look down and see that it's powered by our own desperate need to matter. This feeling, this ancient, echoing ache, is not a modern condition, it is the human condition. And nearly 3,000 years ago, a king, the richest, wisest, most powerful man of his age, stared directly into this abyss and wrote down what he saw. His name was Qoheleth, the teacher, and his book, Ecclesiastes, is not a gentle spiritual guide. It is a brutal, beautiful, and terrifying autopsy of life itself. But what if I told you that this book, often seen as the most depressing in the Bible, is actually a hidden map, a map that doesn't lead to a treasure of gold, but to something infinitely more valuable, a secret kind of joy that can survive even the crushing weight of reality, a joy that is not naive, but forged in the fires of futility itself. If you have ever felt the quiet dread of a Monday morning, the emptiness after a major achievement, or the haunting question, is this all there is? Then you are already speaking the language of Ecclesiastes. And if you stay with me over this journey, we will not just read an ancient text. We will decode it. We will peel back layers of cosmic secret, uncovering a wisdom so enduring, so shockingly relevant, that it can recalibrate your entire existence. You will discover the single, powerful Hebrew word that holds the key to the entire book, a word mistranslated for centuries. You will see the hidden connection between the physics of our universe and the philosophy of this king, and you will be shown a path to a life not of blind happiness, but of profound, unshakable significance. But to understand the light, we must first venture into the deepest dark. And the first truth the teacher reveals is one that will shake the very foundations of your ambition. The sun rises and the sun sets and hurries back to where it rises. The teacher forces us to look at the machinery of the cosmos. It is a closed system, a loop. The wind, the water cycles, the very orbits of the planets. They are all trapped in an endless, monotonous repetition. There is nothing new under the sun. Think of the fundamental laws that govern our reality. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. It is recycled, constant. There is no new energy. On a cosmic scale, the universe is just rearranging furniture, and the teacher saw this, not through a telescope, but through the lens of raw observation. He is telling us that the stage upon which we perform our lives is a treadmill, but the next part will surprise you even more. Because he then turns this cosmic gaze inward, onto the human heart. He tests wisdom and finds that with increased knowledge comes increased grief. He tests pleasure and madness and finds it is like chasing the wind. Your hands close on empty air. He builds great works, amasses wealth beyond measure, and then asks the devastating question, what do I have to show for all my toil? The answer echoes back, nothing. It all gets left behind. Your greatest project will be forgotten. Your fortune will be inherited by someone who didn't lift a finger for it. This is the great leveler, the democracy of dust. We are all, as the teacher says, Hevel. This word, traditionally translated as vanity or meaningless, is the skeleton key. Its true meaning is vapor, mist, a fleeting breath. It is not that life is pointless. It is that it is transient, elusive. You cannot grasp a mist. You cannot build a kingdom on a breath. And this realization is the first necessary brutal step. But what comes next may change how you see the sky forever, because it is here that we encounter the first of the book's great secrets. The secret is time. The teacher introduces a poem of breathtaking beauty and terror. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot. He lists these pairs, these opposites 14 times. This is not a simple calendar. This is a revelation of the architecture of reality. There is a season for everything, a divinely appointed rhythm that is utterly indifferent to your personal plans. You cannot mourn during the harvest festival, and you cannot plant seeds in the frozen earth. To fight this structure is to be like a wave crashing against the cliff. You will be shattered. The universe has a tempo, and our suffering largely comes from being out of sync with it. This is a wisdom found in the mythologies of the world. The Norse with their concept of weird, the Tao with its flowing with the Tao, the Greek concept of kairos, the opportune moment. But the teacher takes it further. He says God has placed eternity in the human heart. Do you understand the weight of that? We are finite creatures, trapped in time. Yet we possess a consciousness that can conceive of the infinite, of forever. We are homesick for a home we have never seen. This is the source of our divine discontent. And it is this very tension that leads us to the next revelation, which uncovers a secret very few people know about the nature of God himself. The God of Ecclesiastes is not the simple interventionist God of many Sunday school stories. He is the hidden God, the mysterious architect of this baffling, beautiful, and often brutal system. He has set the world in motion according to these rigid, cyclical laws, and he does not suspend them for our convenience. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. This is a God who is sovereign, yes, but distant, inscrutable. You cannot figure him out. You cannot bargain with the laws of physics, and in the same way, the teacher suggests you cannot bargain with the lawgiver. This is a terrifying thought, but it is also the beginning of liberation, because it forces you to relinquish the illusion of control. You are not the director of this play. You are an actor on a stage designed by a genius whose full script you cannot comprehend. And this is where the entire book pivots. Once you truly accept this, the vapor, the cycles, the hidden God, the advice the teacher gives next seems to come from a place of madness, or perhaps divine inspiration. In the face of a meaningless, repetitive cosmos governed by a hidden God, the teacher's final repeated advice is this: "So I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad. Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of the life God has given them under the sun." This is not a hedonistic free-for-all. This is a radical, sacred affirmation of the ordinary. It is a conscious choice to find joy within the confines of the system. It is the universe's greatest paradox. Meaning is found not in transcending the mundane, but by sinking into it with gratitude. The taste of bread, the warmth of wine, the sweat of your brow in a job well done, the love of your companion. These are not distractions from the meaninglessness. They are the very substance of the meaning itself. They are gifts from the hidden God, tiny pockets of eternity placed within the temporal flow. And this leads us to the final and most enduring piece of wisdom, a key that unlocks a door very few even know exists. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the dust returns to the ground it came from, and the spirit returns to God who gave it. The final chapter is a haunting poem about aging and death. It is the ultimate memento mori, a reminder of your mortality. But this is not morbid. This is the ultimate catalyst for the sacred joy he prescribed. Knowing the rain will end makes you appreciate the walk in the drizzle. Knowing the feast will be over makes you savor every bite. And fearing God, which in this context means to stand in awe of this vast, mysterious, beautiful, and terrifying system, and keeping his commandments, is the conclusion of the whole matter. Why? because it roots your fleeting, vaporous life in the only thing that is not Hevel, the eternal, unchanging nature of the giver. Your work is vapor, but the God you work for is not. Your life is a mist, but the one who breathed it into you is eternal. This is the wisdom that endures. It is a wisdom that does not deny the darkness, but learns to kindle a fire within it. It is a wisdom that accepts the cycles of the cosmos and finds a way to dance to their rhythm. But this is only the beginning of the mystery. We have merely scratched the surface of the cosmic secrets locked within this text. There are deeper layers, connections to the quantum fabric of reality, to the psychological archetypes that govern our minds, to prophecies hidden in plain sight that speak directly to our modern age. The journey is far from over. The teacher still has more to reveal about the nature of desire, the illusion of justice, and the final shocking twist in the last few verses that commentators have debated for millennia. If this exploration has ignited a spark of curiosity within you, if you feel the pull to understand this enduring wisdom on a deeper level, then your journey continues with a single click. Subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell, because we are just getting started, and the next revelations will delve into even more profound and hidden truths. But your role is not passive. The teacher ultimately calls us to action, not to frantic, meaningless toil, but to the simple, powerful acts of enjoying God's gifts and sharing that light with others. If this message has been a gift to you, pay it forward. Click the like button. It seems a small thing, but in the algorithm of this digital age, it is a modern-day equivalent of spreading a good word in the town square, helping this message reach someone across the globe who is lying awake tonight, haunted by that same ancient question, what is it all for? They might desperately need to hear this. And if you feel moved, leave a short prayer in the comments below, a simple hope, a gratitude, a name of someone who needs strength. Let's build a community not of blind faith, but of weary travelers who have looked into the abyss and decided to share bread and stories along the way. Your journey and ours continues now. So here we are, at the end of this beginning. We have journeyed together through the stark, beautiful, and unflinching landscape of Ecclesiastes. We stared into the abyss with the teacher, and we did not blink. We began with the echo of that ancient haunting word, Hevel Havelim. Everything is vapor, a mist, a breath. We saw the cosmic treadmill, the sun's endless cycle, the wind's pointless journey, the universe itself, a closed system of energy, forever recycling, offering nothing truly new. We confronted the brutal honesty that all our toil, our monuments, our wealth, our wisdom, it is all, in the final calculation, a sand castle facing the tide. We felt the weight of time, not as a gentle river, but as a sovereign, unyielding structure. A time for every matter under heaven, a rhythm set by a divine conductor to which we must learn to dance or be broken by our resistance. We grappled with the hidden God, the architect of this magnificent and often terrifying machine, whose ways are inscrutable, whose presence is felt more in his laws than in his interruptions. And it was there, in the very heart of that crushing futility, that we found it. The paradox, the secret door, the teacher's radical, sacred prescription for a life lived within the vapor. Eat your bread with joy, drink your wine with a glad heart. Cherish the companion at your side. Find satisfaction in the toil of your hands. This is not a retreat. It is a rebellion, a holy rebellion against despair. It is the conscious, deliberate choice to see the simple daily gifts, the taste of food, the warmth of the sun, the love of a friend, not as trivial distractions, but as the very vessels of eternity that God has placed in our temporary hands. It is the awe of God, the fear that is really a profound, staggering reverence that anchors our fleeting breath to His eternal rock. This is the wisdom that endures, not a wisdom that ignores the darkness, but one that has learned to see in the dark. Not a wisdom that builds bigger sandcastles, but one that finds ecstasy in the building, knowing the tide is part of the beauty. But I must tell you, with all the urgency in my spirit, this is not where it ends. This is where you begin. The scroll is not meant to be rolled up and placed on a shelf. It is meant to be lived, and that living starts right here, right now. The teacher's voice may have fallen silent on the page, but it now echoes in your soul. And so I am calling you with a heart full of fire and a sense of holy responsibility to give that echo a voice. I want you to make this digital space a temple, a place of confession, of testimony, of shared hope. Go down into the comments below. I am not asking for a perfected prayer. I am asking for your heart. Write your confession. Tell the teacher, tell God, tell this community the one thing you have been toiling for that feels like vapor. Name the sandcastle you are tired of building. Share a short prayer, a single sentence, a cry for help, a whisper of thanks for the simple bread and wine in your life this very week. Testify. What has God done in your life through this journey? What shadow has He illuminated? What simple joy has He magnified? Your story is not just your own. It is a spark that can ignite faith in a heart growing cold. And then, I am commissioning you. Do not let this message end with you. The algorithm of man can become the river of God. You have the power to extend His blessing to countless others. Share this video. Send it to your family, your friends, to 10 people, to more. Post it. Do not be silent. Understand this, and understand it well. When you click share, you are not just spreading content. You are releasing a lifeline. You are carrying the enduring wisdom of the ages into a world starving for meaning. You are handing the map to someone who is lost in the desert of their own striving. You are an agent of the hidden God, placing a glimmer of eternity into another human heart. You are participating in the transformation of lives. The tide is coming for us all. But we do not build in despair. We build with joy, for the giver is good, and His gifts are our glory. Go now, comment, pray, testify, share. Carry this light into the world. The teacher's work is done. Yours is just beginning.